Guys, Purple Chair is back, which means that we're going to be talking again. Oh my gosh, it has been so long since I spoke. I'm just like rah, like I don't know what's going on in life. I mean, I know what's going on in life. It would be very irresponsible if I didn't know what's going on in life. But still, it's just like, wow, how have you guys been? I've made videos, but like those videos were like before summer, like pre-graduation. So here's like a quick, very short update. I've graduated. I didn't get a first, but I got a 2-1, which is good enough for me. My graduation showed me God's presence in my life for more ways than one. I'll probably speak about them at a much later date, but let's just say that God has my back in like a ridiculous way. You know how you can always tell when you're special to somebody, like if somebody in your life, you can tell when you're like important to that person in your life. That's how I feel when it comes to me and God's relationship. Hold on. You might think that I already have enough lip balm on my lips, but like the stuff I'm going through right now makes like my lips are like hella. Like I've actually bruised on the sides of my lips from dryness. So I haven't made like a sit down brownie diaries type video in so long. Hi, my name is Bella, in case this is your first time. So sorry. I usually have makeup on, but today I have makeup off, you know, because I just can't be bothered, you know. I just can't be bothered. And I like videos like this. I miss making videos like this. I used to love like just talking and expressing myself, and you know, a lot of things happen in your life that make you feel like you shouldn't be expressing yourself. You feel like people are either judging you based on it, or always feeling like, you know, people want to hold you accountable to every single word you say, when sometimes you're just sharing how you feel at that present point in time. They're just so many things. We all know how social media is going nowadays, so I definitely will say that I have become way more private on social media. There's so many things I've wanted to share or to talk about or to vent about, but like I'm just like, ugh, like the way life is set up right now. And one of my friends actually called me out on it recently. She was like, she felt like I wasn't giving you guys my full potential anymore. Like I wasn't being the way that I was when I first started like YouTube and stuff like that. And I completely agree. At the same time, like sometimes life just happens in a way that, I mean, I feel like that is like all going to change very soon. Today, what I'm here to talk about is dealing with change. Because like I've mentioned, there are lots of things that are currently going on in my life that are very difficult for me to deal with. And I've been through a roller coaster of emotions with so many things. And I can only envision that other people are going through similar stuff. So a change in your life most likely could be something that obviously leaves your life different from how it was. So it's a situation that has played out that in your heart of hearts, you know that your life will never be the same again. So obviously like a big change. It could be like losing a family member, losing a friend, losing a job, maybe gaining some things as well that like are unexpected, just a bunch of different things. I am going to be sharing with you the ways that I figured out how to deal, because it has been a grueling couple of weeks to say the least for me. And I feel like people on my social media have been able to tell that there's something going on, but not able to tell as well. I just keep distracting you guys with like my makeup-free selfies. That's how I roll. Before I get into how it is that you deal with significant change in your life, I want to point out that there are 3 really important things, maybe 4. I can do 4. But there are 3 main things that I feel should be in everybody's life when they are going through change. And I'd like to call these the 3 Fs, as cliche as it is. When I was thinking about speaking about this, I realized that the 3 main things I wanted to talk about all starts with an F. So these are the 3 Fs. The first one is faith. The second one is friends. And the third one is family. And my recommendation is that when you're dealing with a big change, you have at least 2 of these 3 things, because it makes your transition period significantly smoother. I have found that my faith has been one of the most important things in my life, knowing for a fact especially because of previous experiences with life, that everything that is happening, God is aware of and has been predestined to a certain extent, makes me feel a little more safe, makes me feel a little more confident, reminds me of the fact that this too shall really pass. And my faith has been shaken by a lot that has been going on. But at the same time, it's so funny because right now what I'm going through, depending on what side of the coin you're looking at, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But for me, at the present point in time, it's a stressful situation. So before this stressful situation, I had mentioned that I had just graduated, or I have just graduated. And so that was like an amazing thing. And my graduation story is like unusual. It's extremely unusual. So without going into detail, let's just say that at the end of my graduation, I realized that God had continued to make so many impossible things that seemed impossible, possible for me. So now, going into what I'm going through now, that thing that just happened is now a constant reminder to me on the power that God has in my life. So it's almost a thing where I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I don't know how to deal with this right now. I don't know how I'm going to wake up next morning. I don't know how I'm going to, but then at the same time, the memory of what was just done for me not too long ago is resounding in my mind enough to like, okay, yeah, you have all these concerns, but like I'm petting you because I've already shown you this year so many times, from your surgery to, guys, my mom keeps saying that she feels like at some point in time in my life I'm going to be a counselor because of all the things I've been through in my life. And I completely wholeheartedly pray that that is the case, because there are not a lot of things I haven't been through. As you see me like this, I don't know, my only saving grace is that my skin is nice, because there are times when I don't want to pray. There are times when I don't want to read my devotional or anything like that. And for those times, I have those memories of the things that God has already done for me to hold me back, up to the point that sometimes, like when I'm just like, oh, do you know what, I give up, I'm just thinking to myself, look at what happened to you last month. Look at what happened to you 4 months ago. Like, so many things have been happening, guy. You cannot afford it. This is chicken change compared to the things that God has already done for you. So I definitely feel like faith is the most important thing in my life right now. The second thing is my friends. I never really understood the value of the emotional support that I was paying into the people in my life, because at this point in time, I am reaping the rewards. I am never going to tell anybody, oh, don't do this so that later on when you need this. No. But now that I am in a point where I am so vulnerable and I need support, my friends have come all the way through. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. You guys cannot imagine what it is that my friends have done for me. I have the people that are constantly bringing me food. I have the people that are constantly sending me Bible verses. I have people that are constantly in my house. Like, so many people have shown themselves in my life. And it just reminds you of the fact that, and these are people from different walks of life. So it's not because they are just nice people, but it's because you have invested something in them that is worth reciprocating. And for me, that is like so important, because sometimes you go through a lot of friendships and parts of your life feeling like a lot of things you're doing are not really appreciated. And then you now realize that God has been preparing you and preparing your friends for the point in time where they need to stick by you. And it's just like, rah, mine officially blew. Third is family. You don't choose your family. That's just the truth. You just don't choose your family. So that is why this is the third, and probably not as important as the others. As far as I'm concerned, for the longest period in time, my family has been my mom and then my siblings. So when anything is happening in my life, my priority is also my mom and my siblings. And just knowing that these people will back you through the fire and through everything that you're going through is worth all the money in the world. All the money in the world. And I don't say that lightly, but it's because I need money right now in my life. But it is worth all the money in the world. I don't know what I'll do with my mother, without my mother. My mother is the type of person that she finds every way to connect things back to God. She's always trying to see the positive in every situation. She's much like me. She's like a how do we move forward type of person. These are like the 3 pillars for dealing with change. And like I said, sometimes it is a situation where you have to deal with 2. Sometimes you might start out with 2 and then the 3rd one comes in. You just never know. Those are the 3 things that you need, because there will be times when whatever knowledge that you have will fail you. Let me tell you, no matter how much you do step by step, step 1 I do this, step 2 I do this, these things will fail you. There will be days that you don't want to get out of bed because you're just like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this has happened. And you then realize that you have already set these things in place. It's like banking grease. You've set these things in place so that when you need them, they are absolutely there for you, and that is a priceless situation. That is just absolutely priceless. If you are dealing with change as well in your life, know that I am praying for you. Know that you are not alone. Know that as bad as you think your situation is, there's nothing that is so terrible that God cannot make a way where there seems to be no way. When people tell you that God is the God of impossibilities, they are not joking. This is not a joking stuff, okay? It's not actually a joke. So with that being said, I have to obviously remind you, in case you have forgotten, that you are sugar, you are spice, and you are bomb-ass jollof rice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for trusting me and my opinion and my words, and thank you for allowing them to resonate with you.